Shalom. Foremost, I want to start out by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. Salutation to the elders and apostles of GMS groups and ones alike teach 100% true. Shalom, Barakathon to them for their edification and knowledge, and double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS groups and ones alike teach 100% true. Shalom, Barakathon to them for their edification and knowledge. And foremost, give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. This lesson today is talking about a little bit of verses relating to about the scattered nations. I'm going to go to Deuteronomy 28 and 64. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. That relates to the nation of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans. They're going to be scattered all four corners of the earth relating to because of the curses, because ultimately the disobedience of the Lord Yahweh against the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So they're going to be scattered all four corners of the earth, all four perimeters of the earth. And they're going to be made to serve the other nations, and even serve relating to being in that Gentile state. An example of that is serving these other gods, these other religions, ideologies, philosophies, even wood and stone. All right, let's go to James 1 and 1. James, a servant of Yahweh, and of the Lord Hamashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad greeting. So that's the 12 tribes relating to the 12 tribes. They will be a scatter among the other nations. I want to go to Zechariah 2, 6-8. Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord Yahweh, for I have spread you abroad as four winds of the heaven, saith the Lord. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. That relates to America. And the land of the north will be Asherah, which is another name for America. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory have he sent me into the nations which spoil you. It relates to these other nations, because you're going to be made to serve them, so they're going to pretty much take advantage of you. And ye shall know that the Lord of hosts have sent me. Shalaki, I forgot number 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory have he sent me into the nations which spoil you, for ye have touched the apple of his eye. The apple of his eye relates to the nation of Israel, man. But he had to do it because the nation of Israel refused to hearken and heed to relating to the statute and commandments as the Lord has set forth for them to obey. So he allowed the other nation, the Gentile nations, to pretty much control them. So the nation of Israel made to be subjected to them. And that's part of the punishment. And I'll read number 9 again. For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be spoiled to their servants. And ye shall know the Lord of hosts have sent me. And that's what's happened. So they made to be servants. They made to be servants to these other nations. And there's another verse talking about they were once kings and princes, but now they made to be servants, man. Because they were kings and princes, but now because of their low estate, they made to be servants, man. And the ones who represent on those horses represents the powers, represents the Gentile nations that actually should be serving the nation of Israel. All right, let's go to the verse before that talks about folly set in great dignity, and the rich at a low estate. Now the richer that represents that lower state relates to the nation of Israel because of their ultimately their disobedience. So it put them, and part of the punishment and curses, they're going to be put in a lower state. Let's go to let's go to Ezekiel 37, 16 through 21. Ezekiel 37, 16 through 21. This is Ezekiel 17 through 36. Moreover, the Son of Man, take thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah, for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick, write it upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. 17. And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not shew us what thou meanest by these? 19. Say unto them, thou sayest the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand. And number 20, and the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thy hand before thy eyes. 21, and say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take thy children Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. So that relates to, because they're scattered, the Lord is going to eventually bring them all together to their land, because they all scatter all four corners of the earth, according to Deuteronomy 28 and 64. They scatter among all the other nations. You know what I mean? And these two sticks represents the northern and southern tribe, and they would become together as one, which equals the nation of Israel. Now, relating to number 21, that lets you know that they're going to be gathered from all four corners of the earth. They're going to be gathered from all four corners to ultimately come back to their land. So this relates to the two sticks that's going to be equal to one, which represents the northern and southern tribe, and they're going to be as one stick, which is the nation of Israel. They're going to come back as one, as a whole nation together. I want to go to Tobit 13 and 5. This is Tobit 13 and 5. And he will scourge us for our iniquities, because of our sins. And he will have mercy again, and will gather us out of all the nations among whom he has scattered us. So that's proof that the nation of Israel were scattered all four corners of the earth among the other Gentile nations. So he's going to gather from all four winds, which represents all four corners of the earth. Let's go to Baruch 4 and 6. Shalakia. Number 6. This is Baruch 4 and 6. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved Yahweh to wrath, and ye were delivered into the enemies, which are the other nations. And the reason why the nation of Israel ultimately were scattered among all the other nations, because they disobeyed the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. So the Lord was made to punish them. He had to punish them by having other Gentile nations ruling over them, and they were made to serve them. Let's go to, I want to go to Jeremiah 16 and 5. This is a short video. This is 16 and 5. For thus saith the Lord, enter not into the house of the mourning, neither go to lament, nor bemoan them, for I have taken away my peace from this people. That relates to the nation of Israel. The Lord is angry with his people, man, because they ultimately disobeyed him. Saith the Lord Yahweh, even loving kindness and mercy. So at a time and a season that's appointed by Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, he's made pretty much, as Baruch says, in Baruch 4 and 6, is made for his punishment. So the Lord, he pretty much discontinued with, let me go to another one. Jeremiah 17 and 4, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue thy inheritance that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not, and ye have kindled a fire in my anger. Because the Lord's anger because the nation of Israel disobeyed the Lord, caused the Lord to be very, very angry with the nation of Israel, man. And so he discontinued them. He allowed them to be scattered among other nations and these other idols and different things that they were serving. The Lord allowed them to go ahead and serve these other idols. These other nations are going to rule over you. You want a king over you? You're going to have a king. So the Lord discontinued out his fury and anger upon the nation of Israel, but only for a time and season that the Lord had appointed for. Like I said, it was for punishment, not made to destroy you, because you kindle a fire against the Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. I'm going to read 17 and 4 again. If thou even thyself shalt discontinue thy inheritance that I gave thee, I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in a land which thou knowest not, which is this land. Ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. So that's the point. They disobeyed. They caused the Lord to anger. The Lord discontinued them until a time a time that is set accordingly. I want to go to 50 of Jeremiah as well. '50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. They're going to be oppressed together. Like I said, they scatter all over the four corners of the earth, but the majority of the population, they're going to be here in America, the land of the north, Ashiarath. the land of the north. You know, means this where the majority of population of them going to be here. But they all over the place, all over four perimeters of the earth, four winds of the earth, which means they scatter all over the earth. That's why they're going to be gathered together, because they all over the place. I'm going to read 33 again, 50 and 33, and this will be the last verse. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go. That's the ones, the other nations they were made to serve, man. And this relates to currently now. And that being said, I'm going to begin to end this. I hope this helped whoever listened. Give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakadash. Salutation to the elders and apostles, GMS groups, and ones alike teach 100% true. Shalom, Barakathum to them. And give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakadash. The water, Shalom. Thank you.